the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight we are here with OP Racing's Grand National Superspeedway Series, and it is the WOW Video Tours Championship night. And as you can see on screen, we have all 4 of our championship drivers making a beautiful flower in a sign of peace. And it will be the last time that these 4 gentlemen will have peace here tonight. In the broadcast booth with me is all 4 drivers. I would like to first introduce, by no particular order, but he is my favorite driver. The 12 is Zach Fritsch, the 04 Mark Mann, the 5 of JD Crow, and the 40 of Peter, I guess, DeBorgia. So how are we doing tonight, gentlemen?
Good so far. Good.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep, nice and relaxed.
Nice and relaxed. Well, thank you very much, guys, for taking the time to come up here and talk to me here tonight. It is the championship night. It comes down to you 4 guys. So let's kick it off. JD Crow in the 5. Tell me about your season here so far.
Well, we actually got into this deal kind of late. I think we missed 5 or 6 of the first races and really didn't plan on running the full championship season, but we seemed to hit it off really well right off the bat. Had some top 10 finishes, second, first, and wound up in the chase. So we stuck it out, and man, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, there's a lot of tough competitors in here, and we're just happy to be able to run with them and compete.
Well, JD, it's no simple thing to make it into the championship 4, and the fact that you've done it while you have missed a few races, does that mean that there's a lot of talent in that car?
There's some talent in here. I don't know if there's a lot of it, but we've had some luck. When we got into this iRacing deal, we didn't know anybody and just happened to run across some guys that taught us a lot of racecraft and taught us how to run these super speedways. And hopefully at the end of the day, we get to thank them directly for it. But I feel pretty confident. We've had good success at this track in these conditions, so I don't know why it won't continue. So we'll just see. It's going to be a fun race, and hopefully it comes down to that last lap, and we're 4 wide, and I inch them out by just a splitter.
All right, man. Well, good luck here tonight. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you, KR. Thanks to all these guys for making this happen and put it together, and good luck to the other guys as well.
That is JD Crow, but now let's move on to the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. Peter, how you doing here tonight?
I feel like we're playing with house money, KR. These guys are great. The guys that got knocked out in the last round were incredible drivers too, and I called a lucky break with a win in the round before that when Mark and Randall got into each other, and I'm kind of here with nothing to lose.
Well, man, this 40 machine has been an outstanding presence here on Wednesday night, but also on Monday night as well. How much is that carrying over for you?
Something happened at the end of August. Like a switch flipped or something, and the luck just really kind of turned around. But I gotta credit a lot to the guys that I run with, and just even the guys I don't run with that have been able to share some great advice throughout my journey here. It's been a lot of ups and downs at the beginning, and I feel like it's just been a slow trajectory up ever since, whether it's the great crew that I work with on Mondays, like Gabe and Eric and Adam and Dan, or when I run with Zach and Jeff and Zach Workman here. It's just been a steady climb forward, and I hope to take the next big step after that tonight.
All right, man. Well, we do wish the best for you, and man, good luck out there tonight.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
All right, our next championship contender here in no particular order and that is the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Zach, how you doing here tonight?
I'm feeling pretty calm. How about yourself, Kara?
Well, man, I'll tell you what, I'm excited for this one. It's been an outstanding season. Qualifying is getting a little underway, so I hope I don't keep you and Mark Man for too long. But Zach, tell me a little bit about your season and what it's taken for you to get here tonight.
It's been, it was good start. It was like the second or third week. We got that 3 wins in a week, and then was able to make the playoffs because of that. And just a little come of a surprise. I was just chilling on the bottom of most of the like the round of 16, and then the round of 8, that was incredible. With sweeping both races, that was insane. I'm surprised I was able to do it, and I don't even know how I still do it to this day. But and then now we're here, and we're gonna see what happens.
Well, Fritchie, I'll tell you what, man, I got to know you as you were in the broadcast booth with me last season, and here you are battling for a championship. So I don't play favorites, but there are people that I root for behind the scenes a little bit harder than others, and don't worry, you're not one of them.
Good. Yeah, because the tides have turned big time, from broadcaster to here. But, every single one of these guys, that are here, they're going to be racing for the championship. We're all 4 good group of friends. Between Mark, Peter, JD, we care for one another, and we just, it's going to be a good race tonight. We wish the best man to win tonight. So.
Well, absolutely, man. And I do want to take a moment and say thank you for holding off on qualifying to take a moment to talk to me, but I'm going to let you go so you can get after it.
Gotcha. Thank you, KR.
Thank you very much. Now we're going to move on to the final driver here tonight, the consummate professional here of OP Racing, got inducted into the Hall of Fame earlier this season for season 7. That is none other than the 04 of Mark Man. Mark, how are you doing here tonight?
What's up? Calm, cool, and collected, as good as I can be. Going to be going up against these young guns in JD. They're going to be tough to beat tonight.
Man, I'll tell you what, Mark, man, ever since you busted onto the scene in OP, you have made a mark, and that is why you got inducted into the Hall of Fame. A stellar career. I, for one, don't believe that you're done with anything particular. We're going to see you go a long, long way from here. But where do you go from here being inducted in the Hall of Fame this season?
Well, I'd love to win this championship. I am the defending champion of Wednesday nights for about another hour and a half. And I hope I continue that, because I felt flat all season over here, and I kind of snuck into this championship. So I also feel like I don't have anything to lose, but I am going to stick my sword in the middle of this track, and I'm going to make sure that they have to take it from me tonight. I'm going to try to be as focused as possible, be smart, but cautiously aggressive. And, I'm not, if I lose this tonight, I am going to lose it with all 4 fenders off this car.
Well, Mark, that is a heck of a battle cry, and I can't wait to see you plunge your sword deep into the track, because that is just going to be exciting all around.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, truth be told, like I said, I have felt flat all season over here. I felt flat on Monday nights. I don't know if my focus has been there 100% all season, but it's had its moments, and I'm hoping one of those moments show tonight. And I know I'm going to have to be focused, because Fritsch is hot right now. Peter's hot right now. JD's hot right now. They have a lot of momentum coming into this championship, and that is going to be a very difficult thing for me to do to win this. But I do have some teammates behind me, and I'm hoping that at the end, I'm in front of one of those 4. I know I don't have to win it, but I almost feel like tonight I'm going to have to win it, because one of those guys are going to be at the front at the end. So this is going to be exciting. Let's see how it turns out.
Well, absolutely, man. And I'm going to let you go and get into qualifying. And I want to take a moment to thank all of our championship contenders for getting a word in with me. So, guys, thank you so much. Good luck here tonight. And, what an outstanding season. And I look forward to an amazing finish here tonight.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, KR. Appreciate you.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, our championship 4 getting a quick word in with us. Qualifying has been going on while that was going down. We didn't get to catch a lot of our cars. So far, 17 drivers have turned a lap time. The reason why is I don't have a functioning internal clock. So I apologize. Maybe not the best show, but I did want to talk to our championship contenders here tonight. 17 drivers have turned a lap time here in qualifying. Hunter Reynolds on top of the leaderboard with a 50.25. JD Crow right now the highest championship contender with a 50.26 in second spot. So he is looking to kick this race off very early, very efficiently. And we do have just a few minutes left in qualifying here. Jeff Crosby in the 33, who we are watching right now on his timed lap. Peter DeBorgia setting his time up in the 14th spot. Zach Fritsch right behind him in 15th. So far, Mark Mann in the 04 has not rolled out onto the speedway for his qualifying effort, and that would round out all of our championship contenders. Not very many drivers are on track right now. Jeff Crosby across the start-finish line is the only race car on the track. And so with him shutting it down, Peter DeBorgia in the 40 looking to get some extra practice laps in. Mark Mann in the 04 is rolled out for his qualifying time as he tries to get up to speed. The Batmobile is on track. It has been an outstanding season. As far as I am concerned, your opinion can be different, and that is okay, and it is allowed. But for me, I have thoroughly enjoyed everything on Wednesday night, and it has this day has been a day I have circled, I have looked forward to. I have no idea who was going to be crowned as champion. It has been a questionable outcome from the start, and I look forward to seeing who comes out on top in our WOW Video Tours Championship night presented by Sean Stevens. So with that being said, guys, we are going to step away for the national anthem. I hope you all will join me in honoring this great country.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers are starting to take to the grid. That means it is time to go through tonight's starting lineup. So let's bust that out. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 on pole position with a 50.257. JD Crow on his outside, our highest qualifying championship contender. Anthony English in the 42 on the inside of row number 2. On his outside, the 04 of Mark Mann. Row number 3, Les Levy in the 62 and Zach Workman in the 091. Row 4, the 77 of David Booth and the 25 of Adam Evans. Row number 5 going to be the 71 of Sean McCara and the 27 of Sean Stevens. Row number 6 will be Jeff Crosby and Jimmy Reynolds. After that, row number 7 going to be Bob Lacavera and Richard Kuhn in the 47. Row number 8, the 03 of Ken McCullough. On his outside, another championship contender, the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. Row number 9, the 12 of Zach Fritsch. And on his outside, the 013 of Andy Brigante. Row 10, David Overstreet in the 46 and Jared Forbes in the 73. Row number 11, the 4 of Rick Seabrams and Nathan Aldrich on his outside. Row 12 will be Chris McCullough and Andrew Schroeder in our final starting spot here tonight. Take a quick look at our race info as we roll through turns 3 and 4. This is our championship battle here tonight. Our championship 4 being JD Crow, Mark Mann, Peter DeBorgia, and Zach Fritsch. There is one stage at halfway. One fast repair is available. And after this race, this league is back to being wide open for everyone to come in and join. They still are accepting applications, but you just haven't been able to be racing with them. But here we go. Green flag is out. 175 miles to set the championship field. To set the championship driver on top of the podium is what I mean to say. Here we go. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, down on the bottom right now. JD Crow in the 5 to his outside. It does not matter who leads laps amongst the championship 4. It all comes down to how they finish compared to each other. Right now, JD Crow and Mark Mann are running nose to tail. And at the back, you have Peter DeBorgia and Zach Fritsch. Those two are running nose to tail at the very end of this field. So you have two drivers who decide to be at the front and two drivers who have decided to be at the back. Off of turn number 4, Hunter Reynolds still has the advantage over JD Crow. The 42 of Anthony English on his back bumper. Right behind the 42, that is the 62 of Les Levy. Levy running a Ricky Bobby Foundation paint scheme here tonight, trying to raise awareness for the foundation. Sean McCara in the 71, down below the yellow line. He's going to blend back in here. Chris McCullough in the 60, holding on to the fastest lap of the race at a 46.60. Some race cars have gotten close to their full speed. From here on out, we're going to have a few drivers try and top that 46.6, but for the most part, we are wound up. This is about as fast as we're going to go all night. JD Crow right now on that high side, making it look easy. This stage will end at the completion of lap 35, but amongst the championship contenders, they don't care. All they care about is that final lap. They want to be out in front of the 4 competitors total, or the 3 other drivers, however you want to word it, it's fine. So 24 drivers here in the field tonight for this championship race. All 24 drivers separated by 2 seconds. Sean McCara in the 71 has dropped to the back with the 12 of Zach Fritsch and the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. And I can tell you the 71 is in a supporting role with the 12 and the 40. So we will see how that plays out for these 3 race cars right here. Just ahead of them, that is the 48 of Andrew Schroeder and the New York Jets race car. Again, I'm perplexed by this paint scheme, but I mean, you pick your teams and then you stick with them. So good luck, Schroeder, with the Jets football team. I think that's a football team. Sports hard, buddy. No, I'm giving him crap. Always a beautiful paint scheme and always has the New York Jets on it. So Andrew Schroeder, a big Jets fan. Right now he is in a 21st spot, but right ahead of him, that is the 4 Rick Seabrands. And Seabrands has always been a Yeti Coolers blue number 4. So all the crap I give to Schroeder, Seabrands has been in this paint scheme consistently a whole lot longer than that 48 has been here on a Wednesday night. So Andrew, whatever I say, just ignore it and roll with it. But the 4 Rick Seabrands at the tail end of this field here tonight. And Rick Seabrands going to be working with Mark Mann and JD Crow. We'll see how that's going to work out. He's a little bit behind these guys right now, but don't fear when that checkered flag starts looming closer. Rick Seabrands going to find a way to the front and start helping out some of these guys that he's going to try and get to victory lane here tonight. Do want to point out a new paint scheme on the 33 of Jeff Crosby. Got a beautiful red tint on that paint scheme. Think about it as to what you will, but yeah, that red doesn't look too bad here tonight. I think it's a good solid red, and it represents a flavor or two that I've sampled. So the 33 right now finding himself in 11th spot. That is right where he qualified. He is still in the thick of things, and not too much has changed at the front as we have tried to work a little bit through the field. The 26 of Hunter Reynolds still hugging that yellow line down on the bottom, but the changes come. JD Crow in the 5 is now pushing on the 26, and Mark Mann in the 04 leading the charge in the second lane. The 091 of Zach Workman pushing on the 04 Mark Mann. Adam Evans in the 25 right behind them, third car in that outside lane. And if you missed it on Monday night, a big tribute went out to Adam Evans as as he is going to be shipping off very soon. Has joined the Army and is on his way to do his duty. Adam, thank you very much for that, man. And of course, we do have the flavored water to open up here tonight. With that being said, I do want to crack it for an outstanding season to our championship 4, to everybody involved to get here to this point, and all the fans here on Wednesday night. Guys, thank you all so much. Thank you, drivers. This one's for everybody involved. Oh, that's cold, and it's good. Battle side by side for the race lead into turn number 3 as we work lap 11 and get ready to start lap 12 of 70. Mark Mann in the 04 just has himself ahead of the 26. He's going to lead that lap, but keep in mind, the purple spoiler, that is a championship contender. Not only that, but we have our championship 4 listed in purple across the top of your screen. That is none other than Zach Fritsch, Mark Mann, Peter DeBorgia, and JD Crow. We did get to talk to them at the start of this broadcast. All of them seem to be high in good spirits. And only one of them at the end of this race is going to be top dog. And that is the thing about racing. You can give out all the participation trophies you want, but at the end of the day, one person got to the start finish line before everybody else. That's what it's all about. Well, I shouldn't say all. There have been some outstanding moments of friendship and everything else throughout this entire season. A lot of that is because this is just a great group of guys who want to come out, put on a great show for all the fans of OP Racing. Lap 13 done and in the books. Lap 14 started right here, right now. Keep in mind this stage is going to end at lap 35, the completion of lap 35. Our fuel run is getting very close here. We're going to start seeing these guys hit pit lane within the next lap or 2, maybe 3, depending on what strategy they're on. But Hunter Reynolds in the 26, down on the bottom, leading that inside lane. He has JD Crow in the 5 on his back bumper, the 42 of Anthony English right there. We go on aboard with the 62 of Wes Levy. To Levy, 4th car on the inside line here, and you can see this new Daytona track just released very recently. Drivers here tonight trying to come to grips with it. Everybody giving lots of room. Adam Evans slicing down in front of the 42 as he tries to find a spot so that he can hit pit road from the inside lane. Ken McCullough in the 03, running a paint scheme very similar to the 73 of Jared Forbes. Those two drivers from McCullough Racing. I should say McCullough Motorsports. My apologies, guys. Tried to do that one from memory. I botched it. That's all on me. Zach Workman in the 091, who on Monday night, just 2 days ago, picked up his first win in OP on Monday night. Well, I'll tell you what, that was an outstanding race for Zach Workman. He was quietly working his way forward, quietly hanging out in the top 10. And then the final bit of the race was anything but quiet, but man, did he hold on to that race lead. And did he ever earn that win? So Zach Workman feeling very wound up about that victory. Now trying to fight for another win here tonight. He's going to stay out, but here we go. Green flag pit stops underway. Adam Evans on the pit road. He's going to bring several other race cars with him. Evans, Reynolds, Crow, Mark Mann, Anthony English, Jimmy Reynolds, Bob Lacavera, and Rick Sebrands all hitting pit lane. 16 cars have stayed out. They're all flashing by right there. And here comes our second group. So on the pit road comes our second group of drivers. 3 cars staying out. Sean McCarra, Peter DeBorgia, and Zach Fritsch all staying out right now. So DeBorgia and Fritchie running a little bit of a different strategy here. I do believe they're going to give up some time to everyone else who has pitted, but they are going to have a little bit extra fuel in the tank for the start of stage number 2. And Sean McCarra very loose on the pit road. He had a unique line there. Is trying to figure out if he had that thing under control or not, and in the end he did have it all under control. So good bit of driving by the 71. And you saw Peter DeBorgia having to back up in his pit stall. That's going to cost him some time. Adam Evans in the 25, leading everybody who has made a pit stop. They make their way on to the front stretch. Do have a new fast lap to report. Anthony English in the 42, turning a 46.54. That's the best lap time that we have had here tonight. So Adam Evans out in front in the 25. Sean McCarra in the 71 still sitting on pit road. So the 71 having some issues on pit lane. Looks to be our first victim to some damage or issues. Sean Stevens in the 27, about to go a lap down. Looks like he got caught speeding on pit road. So the 27 in trouble here tonight. Sean McCarra in the 71 down and away, but he is now off of the lead lap and about ready to lose another lap as well. Jeff Crosby in the 33, running around all by himself. Crosby spending a lot of time in his pit stall. Not sure what happened there, but a 20-second stop into his pit lane. Andrew Schroeder in the 48 did just turn the fastest lap at a 46.50, so that lap time is coming down very quickly. So stage one ending at the completion of lap 35. Adam Evans, your race leader, JD Crowe and Mark Mann have not been far from the front of this field at all here tonight, nor have they been far from each other. So they're working together very well. David Overstreet in the 46 has just laid down a new lap record for here tonight at a 46.05. Our other two championship contenders, Peter DeBorgia in the 40, right now finds himself in 20th spot, and he is mired in a pack of cars along with the 12 of Zach Fridge. They are in this second group of race cars, making its way down the backstretch. You can see the leaders just ahead of them. They have their own group formed. The leaders running single file. This pack here running side by side, and everybody trying to mix it up, slice it up, however you want to look at it, fighting for position at the back. So Zach Fritsch and Peter DeBorgia went to the back to try and hang out and log some laps, and right now they found themselves in the group that wants to mix it up a little bit. Meanwhile, JD Crowe and Mark Mann are running single file, and I'm not saying that it's necessarily any safer when everyone's single file, but you do feel a little bit more safe because you got some room to make a move to the outside. But it's not every day that being at the front of one of these packs makes you stop and think and be like, yeah, I'm in the right spot. "24 cars started the race here tonight. 22 cars still on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap, that is the 33 of Jeff Crosby. He is working with the 71 of Sean McCara, trying to stay on the lead lap. And I have been calling the driver of the 33, Jeff Crosby, for a very long time. However, it has come to light that he wants to be Jaffa-fa-fa-fa-free Crosby. Put a whole lot of F's in there and a free and all kinds of stuff. So Jeff Crosby will now forever be known as Jaffa-fa-free Crosby in the 33. Tough bit of break there for the 33. A lot of syllables for a first name. Stage one starting to wind down right now. The 25 of Adam Evans still out in front. Evans last on pit road on lap 17, so trying to split this stage in half. should have more than enough fuel to make it to the end of stage number 1. So our first 7 cars on the lead lap, all running within half a second of each other. Sean Stevens in the 27 at the tail end of this field. Stevens being the first car 1 lap down right now. Speaking of the 27 of Sean Stevens, if you haven't checked out the wowvideotours.com website, and y'all got to do that. If you are in the market for a house, trying to sell a house, Wow Video Tours does an outstanding job of putting your house on display on the internet. I'm not in the market for a house, but I find myself going to Wow Video Tours quite a lot because they do an outstanding job of filming a house, posting it on the internet, and it does give you some insight into how some other people have set up their kitchen, their drawers, all that other stuff. And that's why I find myself going there. I'm like, because I'm in the middle of a remodel or a rebuild or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to those Wow Video Tours and I'm looking at some of these houses that are there, and it is literally like I am walking through a house. It is awesome, to say the least. But Sean Stevens putting this race on here tonight. So a big shout out for him. And man, he's 1 lap down right now, but we're getting close to the end of stage number 1. So he's going to have a shot to get back on the lead lap. But Jeff Crosby about to go a lap down. He and Sean McCara still running nose to tail. They're on the outside lane. So Stevens and Crosby are now going to battle side by side to be the first car 1 lap down. So far, no one making a move to the outside lane to challenge Adam Evans for the win of stage number 1. As Crosby abandons Sean McCare and tucks in behind the 27 of Stevens. Not a good friendship there, apparently. 33 said, screw you, I'm going down here. Always bet on black, now running a red paint scheme, so I guess now we're gonna bet on red. Ooh, all right, here we go. Trying to look through some information here and see where one of the closest battles we have is. This is the battle at the front. Meanwhile, some of the race cars back here, these guys still going at it, still have 2 championship contenders in this pack as we are nearing the end of stage number 1. Chris McCullough in the 60, David Booth in the 77, and the 46 of David Overstreet, all right here. This is a battle for 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th place. And then everyone else from there on back, the 03 of Ken McCullough, the 48 of Andrew Schroeder, the 013 of Andy Brigante, the 47 of Richard Kuhn. These guys all sitting right here in this second group. But we get ready to start the final lap here in stage number 1. Adam Evans in the 25 could be facing a challenge from the 42 of Anthony English, as he and the 27 of Sean Stevens are making some noise in the second lane. JD Crow and the 04 of Mark Mann are 2 championship contenders at the front of this field. They are content just to ride here for now because stage points do not matter to them, so I don't expect them to try and jump out. However, Anthony English in the 42 and Sean Stevens in the 27, they still have some things to prove. So too does the 25 of Adam Evans. He would love nothing more than to sweep the races here tonight. And at the line, it is going to be Adam Evans in the 25 winning that stage. Good run there by the 25 machine. Anthony English finishing in second. Sean Stevens in the 27 going to be the first car 1 lap down as everyone slows down the back stretch. Peter DeBorgia and Zach Fritsch, our other 2 championship contenders, get across the start finish line and they ride out stage 1, spending the entire time at the back of the field. So far, our championship contenders not willing to mix it up a whole lot. That's going to be it for stage number 1, but I promise you, this second part of the race is going to be a lot more wild than the first part, and it looks like Adam Evans ran out of fuel. The 25, after crossing the start finish line as your stage winner, runs out of fuel and is not going to get that stage win per the rules for OP. Could JD Crow in the 5 be out of fuel as well? He's rolling around very slowly down on the apron. Anthony English in the 42 has not passed him. Ah, the pace car. There we go. Pace car. They were waiting on the pace car. I apologize. I should have thought of that. So on the pit road, Anthony English leads the field. JD Crow second. Mark Mann in a third. Almost everyone else hitting pit road. Down and away. JD Crow in the 5 going to win the race off of pit road. Mark Mann coming off in second. Adam Evans in the 25 scored as the race leader right now, but I don't think that's going to stick. Sean Stevens did get the free pass. He is going to end up back on the lead lap. Check in on the 40 extra life machine of Peter DeBorgia as he makes his way off of pit road. I would interview our stage 1 winner, but with Adam Evans not making it to the end, I'm not 100% sure who our stage 1 winner is. So I don't want to give the wrong impression. And that is why we're not going to interview our stage winner. But we will ride on board with our championship contender, who is the furthest back right now, and that is the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. He is going to hit pit road. We're going to go on board here as we go through a pit stop. 73 of Jared Forbes just ahead of Peter DeBorgia. Try and find the sign for the 40 and hit your mark. Nailed it perfectly, like you would expect out of somebody who's trying to win a championship. It's down and away and off of pit road goes the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. Thank you, Pete, for taking us through that pit stop. The 5 of JD Crow and the 04 of Mark Mann. These two have been inseparable since the drop of the green flag. Both of them know that a championship is on the line here. Both of them know that it all comes down to who can beat who. Their strategy has been to lead every lap. Peter DeBorgia and Zach Fritsch, their strategy has been to hang out at the back. You could not have more extreme strategies than what you see from the 5 and the 04 and the 12 and the 40. So here we go, pace car getting ready to pull off. We get ready to go racing here in stage number 2. The final stage in season number 7 is underway here in the WOW Video Tours Championship night for drivers. Going to have 30 laps, plus possibly a few more if we need it, but 30 laps to iron this one out. JD Crow in the 5. Had the momentum through 1 and 2, but the 26 of Hunter Reynolds and the 04 of Mark Mann down the backstretch came roaring right back and dived down to the inside. So Hunter Reynolds in the 26 out in front. Mark Mann in the 04 on his back bumper. JD Crow in the 5 following Mark Mann. Don't expect that to stay too calm for very long. Let's try and check in on our other 2 championship contenders, Peter DeBorgia and Zach Fritsch. They are still at the tail end here just a little bit. They're not all the way at the back, but they're not at the front either. They're running nose to tail as well. Could be side to side as the 12 of Fritchie taking a peek to the outside lane here. Fastest lap of the race. We have broken to the 45-second bracket. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that is flat out hauling it here in these cars at Daytona. That lap belongs to the 62 of Les Levy, as he has the fastest lap of the race at a 45.96. So an outstanding lap by the driver of the 62. Rick Seabrand's in the 4, pushing the 42 of Anthony English. If you remember at the top of this broadcast, I said that 4 machine gonna find a way to the front and find a way to help out his 2 teammates for tonight. That is the 04 and the 5 of JD Crow. Now, I don't know what teammate he's going to try and help the most. He might even try and not help these guys to the checkered flag. He might want to just try and win this race here himself. But you can't keep that 4 car behind and in last place for very long. So he has already made his way to the front, trying to battle for the race lead. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, another driver who isn't necessarily a slouch behind the wheel. I think he's even won a championship here in OP, but I don't know. But that Reynolds rat machine looking good, and if you get him out in front and on that yellow line, it is hard pressed to dislodge him from there. '42 of Anthony English gonna slide down in front of the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. Rick Seabrand's in the 4, leading the charge on the outside lane. The 77 of David Booth. Well, now he's the 3rd car because the 26 slid up very quickly. That 77 running a new paint scheme. I gotta tell you, it looks sharp. David Booth in that 77 car, always a good number. And I'm partial to the number 77. You've watched this broadcast, you know that me and David Booth share that number when we go racing. That's also the number that's on my hockey jersey. And David Booth does a good job representing that number. So he gets to keep it. We'll let him keep it. And if it ever comes out that we have to take that number away from him, well, we'll discuss it then. But for right now, man, I'll tell you all what, he does a great job at carrying that 77 and doing a good job here as he's the 3rd car in the outside lane for the moment. Richard Kuhn in the 47 right behind him. And then it is the 11 of Bob Lacavera in that beautifully colored race car. Big wiggle out of the 77 and the 4. Both of them gather it in before any contact can happen. But Bob Lacavera inside the top 10 right now, up several positions from where he qualified. So he is trying to put together a good race here. Adam Evans right behind him. Adam Evans crossed the start finish line for the completion of stage 1 before anyone else, but then ran out of fuel down the back stretch. So as far as I can tell, that 25 is not going to earn credit for stage 1, but it still was an impressive run. That 25 did an outstanding job in the first stage. Although points here may not matter a whole lot, it is the final race of the year. But I do want to give credit. He did pass that start finish line before anyone else. Whether or not it sticks, not my call. Like I said, I didn't want to interview anyone. I don't believe that the rules will allow him to be credited with the stage win. But he earned it, as we all watched. He got there first. So there you go. Take what you want from that little bit. Right now we have 21 race cars on the lead lap. The first car 1 lap down. That is the 33 of Jeff Crosby. He is the first car 1 lap down. Chris McCullough also 1 lap down. And then Sean McCara finding himself 2 laps down at this point. All of them are running very close to each other. Crosby and McCullough almost nose to tail. So the first car 1 lap down, should the caution come out, and should they not have any contact with anything, they will receive the free pass and they will get 1 lap back. Ken McCullough in the 03 is the last car on the lead lap. He finds himself right now separated from the race lead by just under 2 seconds. And that is what's crazy, is all 24 cars are less than 2 seconds apart from each other. Let's go on aboard with Ken McCullough. We look out the back. There's nothing back there. Why are we looking out there? Because I hit the wrong button. Now we look at the front. Riding on board with the 03 of Ken McCullough. Tail end of the lead lap. Last car in this pack. But oh, we got trouble. One of our chase contenders in trouble. That is the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Ken McCullough going to give him plenty of room, but that is going to spell disaster for the 12. He is going to lose the draft, and he is going to fall back very quickly, and now he needs a caution to get back into this one. But I did want to point out that the 03 of Ken McCullough, a very accomplished super speedway driver, and does have multiple wins to his credit. And here we go, time to hit pit road. We're going to check in on the 12 of Zach Fritsch, as he is going to hit pit lane as well. So our first championship contender to have an issue here tonight. Torn up back bumper by the 12 machine. He is hitting pit road. That is not what he wanted. Now he overshoots his pit box, does take the fast repair. He is going to fill up his fuel tank and get out there. But he needs a caution to get back into this thing. He is going to need a caution to stay on the lead lap. Here comes the 4 Rick Sebrands and a large group of drivers. Peter DeBorgia in the 40, clipping the cone there. Could spell a little bit of disaster as he overshoots his pit box. Big trouble for the 40. The 12 is still on pit road. He is going to go a lap down. So 2 championship contenders having issues here on pit road. Mark Mann in the 04 winning the race off of pit road between he and JD Crow. Now David Booth in the 77 going to lead the rest of the field on the pit lane. Richard Kuhn in the 47 locked him up, and he makes contact with the 48 and the 11. Bob Lacavera has to go around and set that car straight before he can hit pit road. So Anthony English and Mark Mann have separated themselves just a little bit. That's not enough to really try and pull away from the field. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 going to be able to close in on these 2. We ride on board with the 77 of David Booth as he gets back up onto the racetrack. That is Anthony English and Mark Mann coming with a full head of steam. on board with the 42 of Anthony English as he passes by the 77. So Zach Fritch, after going one lap down, he has rejoined the race. He is back out on track. So the race for the 12 has gotten very bad here in the last few moments in these laps leading up to the end of this race. Over in YouTube chat, I have a long lost partner of OP Racing. It was none other than Randy Post. Mr. Randy, how you doing? What are you doing over there? Why aren't you in here with me? Bring some butter and popcorn, I gotta say. So Anthony English, your race leader, now has put Peter DeBorgia, another championship contender, one lap down. Peter DeBorgia and Zach Fritch were hanging out at the back. They have been there all race long. That has been their strategy, and it has turned out to bite them in the butt. Both of them are no longer on the lead lap. Our final two drivers here in this championship 4 is the 04 Mark Mann and the 5 of JD Crow. Mark Mann in the 04 making a move to the outside of Anthony English. He is going to take over the race lead. JD Crow in the 5 right there as well. And now I'll tell you what, JD Crow has the 4 of Rick Seabrands on his back bumper. They might try and make a run for it here. 13 laps to go. A little early to pull the trigger, but man, you got to make a statement sometimes, and this might be the time to do it. Mark Mann in the 04 down on the bottom. Anthony English in the Reynolds wrap, 26 feet. Race car, 26 square feet. Sorry, his feet are square. It's the Reynolds wrap machine. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. He is down on the bottom, pushing on the 04. JD Crow in the 5. Right now, 2 championship contenders are leading their respective lanes. And my, oh man, this is going to be an epic final few laps of season 7 here in OP Grand National Super Speedway Series. $21 races to decide who our championship 4 were going to be. Mark Mann, JD Crow, Peter DeBorgia, and Zach Fritch became our championship 4 drivers. Right now, Zach Fritch and Peter DeBorgia, they are in trouble. They are off the lead lap. They are down the running order. However, the 04 of Mark Mann and the 5 of JD Crow, everything coming up sunshines and roses and blue skies for them because they are out in front of their lanes. But with 10 laps to go, nothing is set in stone just yet. We will use 2 attempts at a green-white checkered if we need to. So far here tonight, this race has been run incident-free. We have not had a caution come out for an incident. The only caution we had was due to the end of the stage. Mark Mann in the 04 leading another lap. But keep in mind, that does not matter amongst the championship 4. It all comes down to how they finish. Mark Mann in the 04 inducted into the Hall of Fame on the kickoff of Monday Night Season 7. Here he is, showing why he is a Hall of Famer and why he is a defending champion on Wednesday night. The 04 out in front. Can JD Crow in the 5 find a way to wrestle this championship away? Can Peter DeBorgia and Zach Fritsch find a way to get back on the lead lap? DeBorgia in the 40 is right there. He is the first car 1 lap down. If he keeps his nose clean when a caution comes out, he will receive the free pass and get back into this race on the lead lap. But man, that is so hard to do, and that is a tough place for the 40 to be. And the fact that he is relying on help from the flagman. Zach Fritsch in the 12. His race about to go even worse as he is going to go another lap down. So the Fritchie in the 12. Y'all haven't known or checked it out, you can find it on twitch.tv/Fritchie. If all of you over there are watching him, man, tell him to go faster. He's 2 laps down trying to win a championship. You can't get it done 2 laps down, Fritchie. What are you doing? That being said, man, sometimes the races just don't go your way. And right now, that is what is happening to the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Here they come off of turn number 4. We're going to have 6 laps to go. And the 04 of Mark Mann and the 5 of JD Crow. These two have been at the front of this race for a majority of the race. And when we say the cream rises to the top, here you go. This is the cream of season 7, the 04 and the 5. Can they hold on? Because anything can happen. All it takes is just one moment of lost concentration from not necessarily even your own fault. There it is, the 77, the 40 contact. They're stacking up behind. Around goes several cars. Caution flag going to come out. And we are going to reset the field. And I don't think that the 40 of Peter DeBorgia is going to get the free pass, because I believe I saw some contact with him in that incident. Let's take a look and see how this went down. Riding on board with the 62 of Les Levy, and you did see he made contact with the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. Sean McCarron involved, Jared Forbes involved, Sean Stevens getting a piece of it, Bob Lacavera coming in. Take another look at this one. Nathan Aldrich in the 08 getting involved as well. So our first caution of the night due to an incident comes out, and we're going to have 4 laps to go this time around. Everyone on the pit road. Lights are going to go out next time by. Chris McCullough in the 60 gets the free pass. So a tough break for the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. Okay. I think the lights are going to go out on the pace car here because everyone hit pit road, or pit road was open, those who were going to hit pit road. So we, in fact, are going to have an organic attempt at a green-white checkered. We have not gone into extra laps yet. So that being said, Mark Mann in the 04 out in front, Hunter Reynolds in the 26 going to jump to the outside for this restart, or Mark Mann could pick the outside, however it goes, but they're going to be on the front row. Row number 2 going to be the 5 of JD Crow, your championship contender, along with the 04 Mark Mann. And if Mark Mann picks the inside lane, which it looks like he has, your 2 championship contenders who are on the lead lap are going to start nose to tail. Rick Seabrands in the 4, starting in the second lane or second row outside. Row number 3 going to be the 42 of Anthony English, and on his outside the 25 of the highly esteemed Adam Evans. And then behind them, everyone else starting to file in. So here we go, our attempt at a green and white checkered that is purely organic. The 40 of Peter DeBorgia and the 12 of Zach Fritsch, your other 2 championship contenders, are not on the lead lap. And that is not a good sign coming to this restart. But the race is not done yet. Peter DeBorgia still has a shot at it, and Zach Fritsch does as well, but his is a lot deeper than the 40 of DeBorgia. Here we go, off of turn number 4. Lights are out on the pace car. Mark Mann, JD Crow running nose to tail. Championship contenders here on this restart. On the inside line, green flag is out. Hunter Reynolds, Rick Seabrands in the outside lane. They fall back just a little bit. JD Crow pushing very hard on the 04 Mark Mann. JD Crow wants Mark Mann to get out in front. JD Crow needs clearance from the 26 and the 4 to make a move to the outside. So JD Crow has to push the 04 Mark Mann for all he is worth to try and get that room that he needs. Meanwhile, Hunter Reynolds in the 26 wants nothing more than to just win a race, because that's all he can do here is win the race. He falls back a little bit. JD Crow still doesn't have the clearance he needs. Here we come, coming to the white flag. This race is not going to go into overtime. Final lap here in season 7. Mark Mann in the 04 just has to hold the yellow line. That's all he can do right now and hope for the best with everything going on behind him. JD Crow, however, wants to get him shoved way out in front so he can make a move and try and get something to happen. But the 26 of Hunter Reynolds and the 4 of Rick Seabrands staying very tight right there. They have locked JD Crow down. They're coming through 3 and 4. Mark Mann, defending champion, sees the checkered flag as he comes off turn 4. All he has to do is hold on to it for just a little bit longer, and through the tri-oval, here you go. Your season 7 champion is going to be the 04 of Mark Mann. As everyone dies, funerals have been had behind our championship contenders. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, that was a race. Fastest lap of the race being turned on the last lap. And Mark Mann in the 07 coming away with the championship How about that as chaos and calamity happened behind them? JD Crow in the 5 machine did an outstanding job of keeping it clean and pushed the 04 Markman to not only a race win, but a championship win. How about that? Let's get this post-race show started. Markman in the 04 as he gets ready to burn it down. Holy cow, Mark, you pulled off another one.
Heck yeah. Woo! Reigning, defending 2-time. I'm proud of that. Thanks, Hunter Reynolds, man. Tonight he was my ace in the hole. He's pushed me championship before, and he came out tonight, and I appreciate the help from Rick too tonight and all my teammates. And great run for Zach and Peter and JD. I mean, they deserve to be here. They deserve this as much as I do. Really happy tonight, man. Got it done. Woo! And Jimmy Reynolds for putting this awesome series on, and you guys for broadcasting.
Well, Mark, that 04 machine, you and JD Crow had the strategy of running up front all night here tonight. You pull it off. I don't think there was one single point in time where the 04 and the 5 were separated by more than one car length.
Yeah, JD is such a good competitor, a good pusher. He's going to be, when he comes over to Monday nights, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Zach and Peter already are. They just had a bad night tonight. So, I mean, 3 new drivers to this league. Man, I couldn't be more proud of this league to have those kind of caliber of drivers over here. Where we're really, really fortunate the league is that we picked those guys up.
Well, Mark, the 04 in victory lane here tonight and in championship memory history, the annals of the OP Grand National Series, if you will. What's this mean to go back to back?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I mean, that Monday one's pretty gosh darn elusive. I don't know if I'll ever win that. I mean, Hunter and Rick and Josh kind of locked that up. Aspen Velvin, another champion over there. I mean, that is super hard to win. These are really hard to win too. You got to be consistent all season. I felt flat. I think I got my first win just now of the whole season. And you got to have friends. I mean, Hunter came out tonight and he was kind of my X factor. Between him and Rick, I don't know if there's anybody else that I can be pushed by or push that I feel more comfortable with. You know, Jim Holloway and Logan as well, of course. But I mean, I'm super proud of that. Kind of had an up and down season in every series, and pull a championship out tonight. It's pretty special. I'm really happy for it.
Well, Mark, I will say that yes, tonight is your first win in this season. Not to sell you short, but you do have the most top 10s and the second most top 5s of the championship contenders. So you have been incredibly consistent. And even though you haven't found victory lane until it mattered the most, don't sell yourself short, man, because you deserve to be here.
Absolutely. And thanks to Mara, my support group all season and all these series. I don't think people really understand that fans like Mara and Logan's family and, you know, and there's some others, Maria Crow, all those people who watch these races and root for these drivers. I mean, they're a fan of everybody. And I mean, if we didn't have that support, you know, with these broadcasted races, that's pretty special. Everybody appreciates it. And, you know, we appreciate everything everybody does over here. And like I was saying before, I mean, I know it wasn't Peter or Zach's night tonight, but man, let me tell you, those guys are a force to be reckoned with. Same thing with JD Crow. And I look forward to racing a lot with them in the future. You know, and I'm proud of Zach and Peter and JD. You know, Zach and Peter came on the scene and basically came on, I mean, tearing it up. I mean, Zach, I think, had the most wins this season. Peter's had a win. They were just tough. JD came over here. I've raced with him before in other series. He's always been solid. So I knew what I was, you know, I knew what we were going to get when he came over. So yeah, I mean, looking forward to the future. I'm not done racing. I haven't planned on retiring from anything. iRacing's been a lot of fun. I've made some very special relationships with people. Sometimes I'd rather hang out with my teammates and friends over here than I would people in real life. So yeah, it's great. I'm super happy tonight.
All right, man. Well, nice job out there tonight. Before we let you go, final time this season, any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Well, KR, thank you for, I just beached my car. Thank you for broadcasting the season. Much appreciated. And Jimmy Reynolds for running a great season. You know, he's a great guy. And OP, all the admins, everybody does everything behind the scenes, and all my teammates at Alliance Motorsports, and all the fans and friends at home in Mara, and just really, really humbled to get that. I didn't really expect to get that tonight. I felt like I was the fourth car out of those top four tonight, but I just got lucky. Takes a lot of luck, and it was a great race. I mean, it went green, almost flag to flag. We had like one caution, so I couldn't sit back and just watch tonight and wait for things to happen up front. I just kind of had to be up in those top two rows all night, and I did it. Champion once again. Awesome.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Congratulations on that one. And man, we look forward to seeing you next season.
Thank you, brother.
That is Mark Mann, your championship winner. But now let's move on to our second place finisher, and that is none other than the 5 of JD Crow. JD, how you doing here tonight, man?
Oh, KR, I'm doing pretty good.
Well, man, you bring it home in third place in the race, but second in the championship, and it for sure was a wild race for you and Mark Mann.
Yeah, I mean, I like to run up front. I don't like to drive around the back. And once we were up there, it was, let's see what we can do. And we just ran hard from the green flag to the checker. And during that first stage, man, we really stretched it out on those guys. And I think it kind of changed the attitude, put them behind the box. And then we just kept the pressure on all night. Mark knew I was behind him there on that green white on that final run, because I was looking. I told him, I said, man, I'm just looking for a millimeter and I'm popping out of here. But Hunter and them on the top were just, keeping Rick. Rick was tight on Hunter. They wanted to win, deserved to win, but we'll take it from here. I think the one thing I told Mark after, I said, I didn't want Mar to have to pack up and move to Texas, so we'll let him win this one so she can stay in New York.
Get that jab in, man. I like it. I dig it.
Yeah, I was all over him for those last 3 laps. So Hunter and Rick just got a great start too, and I just had no chance to pop out. Might have had a chance all 4, but I didn't want to tear us all up, there after we had such a good run all night. But congratulations to Mark. Hate to see that Zach and Peter had trouble there. I know Peter was working really hard to try to get his lap back just in case something happened, and like to had a run with all 3 or 4 of us up there. But we'll take this one and relax, celebrate. I think we locked up rookie for sure in the season. We just had a great run for 15 or so races that we're here, and just couldn't be here without the guys that I've raced with for the past 3 years that kind of helped me develop some racecraft and car control and race management, the pit stops. I mean, glad we had some green flag pit stops, because that really helped too. So we're working on it. We still got things to learn, but we're going to keep knocking on the door. We'll get there.
Well, man, an outstanding run here tonight. Nothing to be ashamed of for sure, to bring it home in second place in the championship. Man, season 7 done and over with. As you mentioned, your rookie season. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank Jimmy and all the crew behind the scenes, Gabe, that put these races on and race control these races. Without a good organization to schedule these, and you just can't continue to get quality talent. These leagues come and go. So hats off to all the administrators and owners that organize these and hire the broadcaster and make sure that these places where people want to come and race. And so hats off to all them. I'm glad you let me come over and race with these guys. And, you know, there's just so many people to think beyond this group. You know, LG Whaley's out there, you know, like I said, Rick Seabrands, Jason Beach, Jimmy Crow, all those guys that introduced me, Gabe Butler, Eric Laurie. Man, I could be here all night naming people that put me in the right place, put me in touch with the right people, and really, you know, brought me along to the point I'm at now. And man, I just can't thank them enough for letting me be a part of all of it. UKR for putting these broadcasts on, so people like Mar and our other friends can jump in and watch and root. You know, it's always nice to see we have, you know, touching somebody and letting them get a little bit of entertainment at night as well out of reality. And you know, Jason Rona and all the crew down at jconcepts.net in Groveland, Florida, for letting me run their colors. Oh my gosh. Just, you know, like, you can't do this by yourself, and either on the track or trying to learn how to get on the track. You got to have help, and you got to get with quality people. And I'm just glad I've been fortunate enough to be able to.
Well, JD, man, outstanding job. And I'll tell you what, next time I'm in Texas, because I'm there a lot because I'm married a Texan. Not only that, but I'm married a Texan from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And I do have to say that Mara said she was born in Dallas. So don't tempt her with a good time.
Yeah, come on over. Well, the good times are in Fort Worth. So, and that's, and even though it's Dallas Cowboys, if you're a Cowboy fan, they're in Arlington, which is closer to Fort Worth than Dallas. So come on down. And if you do, you know, let me know you're coming. We'll find something to do. Even if it's just go to a coffee shop. We do have coffee. We have more than just cows and barbecue. So come on down.
Absolutely. I've been to Texas plenty. And JD, I promise you, the next time I'm heading that way, I'm going to let you know.
Please do.
All right, that is JD Crow, your second place finisher in the championship here tonight. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Now let's move on to our third place finisher here tonight in the championship battle. And that is the driver of the 40 Extra Life Machine. That is Peter DeBorgia. How you doing, Peter?
Better than I was like 5 minutes ago. I was pretty bummed out, but you know, it's been a long season. 3 of us were going to leave upset about it. So, you know, a bronze medal really ain't that much to be that sad about. So I'm cheering myself a bit here. And, but man, we blew it on pit road entry, locked it up a little bit more. We practiced nothing but pit road entry during all of practice. Like, I thought that was going to be something I was going to be able to excel at and take a lot of advantage of. And I guess I just missed my point by a little bit and slid into the cone. Did a really good job holding my line and making sure that I was in the lucky dog spot for when that mattered. And then when the wreck happened, they got into me and I got a little bit of incident points, and thus I wasn't lucky dog eligible. So I couldn't pit because then I didn't want to fall out of the lucky dog spot. I just wanted to protect, and then nothing else ever happened. So never really got a chance after that. I thought our pit strategy was perfect at the beginning. Guys were running out of fuel. We're cutting it really close. Zach and I stayed on an extra lap, sacrificed all our track position, and we were not worried about fuel at all. And, you know, the second half of the race just didn't go our way.
Well, man, I hate to hear that. You know, Peter, this 40 machine has been a very important part for the broadcast. You don't get enough credit for it, that you do help this broadcast. But not only that, you also have to find time to put in the work. So I will take the blame that you finished in third, because I required you to do some graphics from time to time. So if you want to blame me for your third place finish, that's fine. Just don't blame me for the fact that you didn't finish better than third.
Oh, it's fine. We appreciate all the work that you do, man. Like, it's not like I'm just making these graphics for somebody who doesn't know how to use them. Like, you are a wizard up there with the cameras and the software and whatnot. So if I can make your life easier by making things look a little bit prettier, then I'm certainly happy to do so.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, this 40 has always been fun to watch, and a beautiful paint scheme and a wonderful cause to have on it. And you had that awesome, I believe, 25-hour stream because you did it on the time jump. So a lot went down this season, man, and here you are, third place in the championship, and an outstanding job nonetheless.
For sure. And like I said, we for Extra Life this year, the 25-hour stream was awesome. We raised $2,500 for Children's Miracle Network Hospital, Johns Hopkins Children's Center in Baltimore, Maryland. Certainly couldn't have done it without the exposure that OP has given me and you've done on the broadcast. So super thankful to be able to have that sponsorship opportunity and get that promoted on the race. It's been an incredible year. We finished 5th in the truck points. Here we are 3rd in the Wednesday points. So we're still in the top 8 here in the Monday spot. There's a chance we could top 5 all 3 series. And that's not bad for a guy with yellow stripes in the back of his car.
No, not at all, man. I hope you can pull it off. Hope you can get it done. But final time for season 7 for you. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
For sure Jimmy Reynolds, man. I know he's not up in the booth right now, but that guy, you think KR and I do a lot of work, man. He is handling literally everything, figuring out what cars we're driving, what tracks we're at, setting up every session, getting all our driver situation and roster finalized and whatnot. Like, he's handling all the, any kind of disputes or anything going on. He is everything. And all the other leagues I'm in, there's always like a committee of guys, and Jimmy is doing so much there. And I think a lot of it kind of goes unnoticed. So I really appreciate a lot of the work he's put in. And then obviously everyone who tunes in every week, that makes it so much fun when we get to go back and watch the broadcast later and see what you guys all say in chat. We, whether you're rooting for me or against me, that's fine. I just love seeing that much engagement and that many people who care about OP. So we do this for ourselves, but also for you guys. It makes it a whole lot of fun. Thank you so much for coming out this season.
All right, that is the number 40 of Peter DeBorgia, your 3rd place finisher in the championship. Nice job out here all season long, Mr. DeBorgia. Now, let's move on to our final championship contender here tonight. Finishing well down the running order, but high in our hearts, and that is none other than the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Zach, you got your ears on, bud?
Yes, I do, KR.
Man, oh man, a tough race to come out here tonight. Had a solid opening stage, but then it seemed like everything went wrong from there.
Yeah, not the outcome that we wanted, especially, with the past 2 weeks, winning. On that lap 51, I don't know what had happened, but my Logitech, my app, lost force feedback. So hit the apron a little bit and then just slid everywhere. And then I was able to turn my wheel with one finger, like in a 360 in a matter of seconds. So I don't know what happened there. It's never happened before. And that one really hurt. Gave us like a 1:30 penalty. So basically had no shot from there. Was trying to help Peter. And then Peter got a speeding penalty. So.
Well, man, the 12 still has a lot to hang its hat on this season, winning the most races of anyone out there, making it into the championship for 13 top 10s, 8 top 5s, 3 wins, an outstanding season nonetheless. And, if you want to hang your race season on one race and do that, but man, I think you have a lot to be proud of here tonight.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, all the struggles that I'd overcome, throughout the whole chase with not having any pedals, winning those 2 races somehow with a button as a gas, and then coming out here tonight, finally having the new pedals, and then ended up being the steering wheel. So just seems to can't get away from chaos with the technology. But no, I'd say we definitely had a great season. 3 wins. I didn't expect that at all in this series. I mean, shoot, I didn't even expect 1, but we ended up getting 1. Then we ended up sweeping the round of 8. So I'm very proud. I mean, and first Final Four. So I can't be too mad at all. With my first Final Four in OP. So.
Well, man, an outstanding job. Thank you so much for coming out here. Thank you for sticking around and hanging out so I can get time to get to you, man. Zach, season 7 here on Wednesday night, done and over with. Final time, final shout outs and thank yous that you'd like to give.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to you, KR. Thanks for coming in late, broadcasting all these races. It's been super fun to watch them the day after, and you know, uh, have the laughs that I don't get to hear from you, or your dad jokes that you try to pull throughout the race. I'd like to thank my teammates, Zach Workman, Sean McCara, Jeff Crosby, and Peter DeBorge. Borgia, should I say? He'll get mad at me for saying that.
The board.
DeBorg. But yeah, I'd like to thank them. I mean, we've been sticking around all season long, and we've had some fun times here in this Wednesday series. And congrats to Mark for winning the championship. And I'd like to thank OP and all of its admins and all the fans out there watching.
All right, that is Zach Fritch. And Zach, man, once again, congratulations on an outstanding season. Don't feel too bad that the one race that went horribly wrong for you was the final one. I think you have a lot to hang your hat on. I think we have a lot to expect from you here in OP Racing.
Appreciate you, KR. Thank you.
That is Zach Fritch in the 12. You can find him over at twitch.tv/Fritchie. So guys, that is going to wrap it up for us. Thank you oh so much for joining me here on Wednesday night for season 7 in the OP Racing Grand National Series. Thank you very much to Sean Stevens and Wow Video Tours who helped present our championship night here tonight. So with all of that being said, thank you everybody. Thank you oh so much. I hope you all have enjoyed this season and have enjoyed my mediocre commentary. And I look forward to bringing it all to you again sometime soon. So with that being said, stay safe and have a very good night.